Alex Stewart from Chemo Snacks. I've got a recipe for you today. It's chicken soup, but I'm going to call it chicken suit because I'm making it to suit a number of different treatment side effects. The very first side effect that we're going to be addressing is lack of energy. Now, this soup is all about not using much energy to make it, but it's also what you've got in your cupboard and what you've got in your fridge. First thing I'm going to do is not make a soup broth. No point in making a soup broth. There's so many nice ones out there that are available. Just use something that's bought. I've got one here. It's a Maggie Beer one. If you don't have this and you don't have a homemade broth, you can also just use, say, a packet of chicken soup, chicken noodle soup, anything like that as your soup base and go from there. So that's the first hack. Second hack is the chicken itself. Now the ideal thing would be a barbecue chicken. They're nice and soft, they can tear up into nice small pieces. What I've done here is I actually cooked some chicken breast before and I've shredded it. So as you can probably see here, I'll get a shot of that, Jimmy. That's in some quite nice small pieces. You can break it up a bit smaller if you like to do that. If you don't have any fresh chicken breast at home, you may be able to order in some of this. It's just pulled chicken and you might be able to see that that's got really much the same consistency as the chicken I shredded here. And I just did this with a couple of forks as well. So not much energy to use so far. Already made, done for you. If you don't want to use chicken or you don't have chicken of any description and you need a bit more protein in your soup, maybe you might have a tin of chickpeas at home or a tin of lentils. Pop those in instead. Easy, done. Now, I like to put some either noodles or some rice in my soups. It's just, if it's in there already, it's in there, easy, done. What I've got here, so I've got some uncooked rice here. You can put the uncooked, cook it up, put that in there. But if we're doing the low energy version, get a packet of the pre-made. Really handy to have in the cupboard. As far as noodles go, look, if you've just got any old leftover bits of pasta at home, use that. I've got a few of those there. They could be a bit big, you might want to break them up a bit. Risotto is really good if you have trouble swallowing because it's quite small. I've also got these, I think they're buckwheat soba noodles in the cupboard as well. They've been in there for a while, so I think I might break those up and use these. So I haven't had to make any pasta from scratch either. What else? Okay, flavourings. Add salt, seasonings, whatever you like to it. I'm going to put some parsley in mine. If you don't have fresh parsley in the fridge, use some dried parsley, use whatever dried herbs you have just to give it some flavour if you need it. If you need a bland diet, don't put any of those things in. You'll have enough flavour in there already. Same again, I've got some broccoli here. However, you can get the frozen broccoli, use that. I've got kale. If you don't have fresh kale, these are my favourite thing. They're Bell Farm's little, there we go, Jimmy. And they actually look like that. So the little frozen bits of kale. So handy for stir fries, anything that you need. What else do I have here? Oh, I've got some ginger. I don't have any fresh ginger at home at the moment, so I've got two different sorts. I've got a couple of different ginger pastes as well. Use those if you need it. Squirt them in as much or as little as you want. Job done. So I'm going to get on, pop this into a saucepan, and I'll show you what it looks like in a moment. And then we're going to change it and change its consistency for some different side effects again. Back in a minute. I'm over here at the stove. I've got my, my stock in the saucepan already. To that, I'm going to add, I had some frozen corn, so we'll have the frozen corn in. And we're going to put in that frozen kale. I've got some soybeans as well. I can't say the other name for them, so I'm not going to embarrass myself even trying. They're soybeans. In they go. All of these things, if you are having trouble swallowing, you can cut them to size, but I'm going to show you a trick in a bit after this is cooked up, what you can do for that. Too easy. Put everything in as is now though. Also going to add in some of that chicken that I shredded, a good amount Always need a lot of protein. Got the parsley, whoops. Parsley, I'm going to put in some of that ready-made rice. I am going to use the frozen broccoli as well. Might need some more stock at this rate. And a squirt of ginger. So that's all in. Oh, good squirt of ginger. Love ginger. And as we give that bit of a stir up, you might want to come over here, Jimmy, and have a look what's in the pot. I think I might add the other packet of stock to this as well, because this is probably, oh, we'll see how it cooks up. It's going to reduce down a bit. Okay, see you in a minute when this is done. Right, this has been blipping away for a little bit. Come and have a look at this. So this soup on its own is great. It's fine if you are able to eat it with chunks and all. Just look at those colours. It is full of goodness in there. However, this is where it's going to get really interesting, because I'm going to take this. So this is one soup as it is. Now, if you are in need of a clear soup, it's not going to be particularly clear, but if you need a clear soup without the added fibre in it, because it's not going to sit very well in your tummy, what you need to do is strain the soup. Oh, it can make a big mess here. So what you would do is take all of this soup from here, pass it through a strainer. Oh, some of that is quite big. And what you're going to end up with is just the broth. If that's all that you can have at the moment, then so be it. Don't waste all of this goodness up here though. What you can do with this is put it in little freezer bags and freeze up portions. And the same with your stock here, freeze those up in different portions. And that way, when you're up to it, you can start adding back into the soup the bits that you can take and the bits that you need and the bits that you require to start building yourself up again, if you need to start with just a base. But it's all here. You can just section it out however you need to and do what's best for you at any given time. This soup is so versatile. It's just, you know, you can do whatever you like with it and it will freeze perfectly in any way. Now, if you are at the point where you can have all the bits in the soup, but say you have a sore mouth or you have difficulty swallowing and you need a smoothness in it, it's where the blender comes into it. What happens? Everything will now go into the blender. We blend that up and there you've got your smooth soup. And again, you can portion that out. If you keep some of the solid content separate again, you can add those into the blended soup as you become better and better at swallowing again. So I'm going to whiz up some of these and show you the finished versions in a moment. Right, soup's all cooked 3 different ways. Here we have the clear broth with the solids strained out of it. But again, remember, keep all of those solids, portion it all up, pop it in the freezer, add things back in as you need them. Great for a really, tender tummy, that one. Here's the soup just as is, has everything in it in all its bits and glory. Just full of nutrition, absolutely great to have any day of the week. Again, really freezable too. And if you're having trouble swallowing, sore mouth, this is the blended version. So it still looks like a really pretty colour as well, so it's attractive. And again, you can put the solids back into that as and when you need to as well. So I hope you got something out of that. That is chicken suit, because it suits all the side effects, and we'll be back with another recipe for you shortly. See you for now.